Politics lead an early morning surprise today. President Biden ordering the commutations of 37 of the 40 people currently on federal death row, changing them to life sentences. The president moving before Donald Trump, a proponent of capital punishment, takes office. The president-elect's team calling Biden's move a, quote, abhorrent decision benefiting, quote, the worst killers in the world. Now, there are 3 men still on death row. Robert Bowers, who killed 11 people at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh in 2018. Dylan Roof, for gunning down 9 people in 2015 at a historically black church in Charleston. And one of the Boston Marathon bombers, Jahar Tsarnaev. Now, despite the commutations, there are calls for more to be done. The NAACP strongly supports abolishing the death penalty. And joining me now is Derek Johnson. He's the president and CEO of the NAACP. You released a statement today praising the president's actions, but calling for more. There's a lot of levels to what more you're calling for here. What should be done? What more could be done by the Biden administration?
Well, first of all, we commend President Biden and the administration for taking this bold step. This was absolutely necessary. You know, the data doesn't lie here. That for every 8 person that is executed, there is 1 person on death row that's exonerated because they never committed the crime. We should not be playing a game of chance with individual lives. But more importantly, the extraordinary power of the clemency and pardon power of the president is something that we urge him to continue to use. We have citizen disparities. We have the crack, powder, cocaine disparity. We have marijuana charges. It's no longer a crime now. The clemency power for federal convictions should be used before he leave office. And then you have some amazing individuals who are contributing to society and could do even more if they receive the pardon. So we commend the president on this bold step, and we encourage him to do more.
When you talk about the sentencing disparities as it pertains to what was known as the war on drugs, I think a lot of administration officials have acknowledged the wrong in how many of them were actually doled out. Have you gotten any word from the White House that may be coming, that that's something they're working on, given, I think, the import to many of the people in the administration?
No, this power is in the sole discretion of the president. Our job as an advocacy organization, we are presenting information, talking to the staff, doing the necessary research, but ultimately it will be his decision. We're going to do all we can to provide any information, answer any questions, and hope that it land well. The beautiful thing about the announcement today, it was rooted in his moral values. He spoke to the Pope. He's Catholic. He's a devout Catholic. And he took a position as a result of understanding the moral arc of what we must do for humanity. And we're asking him to stay in that space, to give people second chances, to allow opportunities, and address disparities that had never been created in the first place.
One of the individuals whose death sentence was commuted today is Billy Allen. The NAACP has worked on his case that they say is a wrongful conviction. Are you going to continue to work to try and essentially have his advocate for his release at this point?
You know, the best thing about the decision was for an individual like that, as opposed to be executed and everything is done, it gives an opportunity that if, in fact, he did not commit the crime, it still gives an opportunity to be exonerated. But once you execute someone, it's the end of the conversation, because even if you find that the person didn't commit the crime, you cannot bring that person back. And that's what our criminal justice system should be, allowing for all opportunities to be exhausted. But even then, if we're going to be pro-life, let's be pro-life.
NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll follow